Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing good today. Please excuse me, I am very sick. I'm so sorry I haven't been, well, I'm not very sick anymore. I've been gone for the last few days because I've been sick. Very weird for me. I haven't been sick since 2019, like right before COVID hit, and I'm pretty sure I had COVID. So just a very weird experience for me to experience sickness again. Yeah, for anyone who watched like my TXT or my ATs readings, you could see me being like, I feel like I'm getting sick. Oh no. And I was just like, oh no, I'm going home after this. This is crazy. I had the craziest cough. You know, when you cough so hard, you start choking. Listen, for anyone who is sick, take the Dayquil knockoff from Dollar Tree. I promise you, you won't regret it. I did, and it doesn't make me drowsy in the same way that Dayquil does. So I don't know what's different about it. I don't know if there's anything different at all. I really don't know. I don't know why it didn't make me drowsy, but anyway. Today we are going to do K-pop predictions part 2. I tried to do a sasaeng network reading not too long ago, and a bunch of tech stuff happened when I tried to do that, and it was a whole mess. And so I kind of figured someone doesn't want me to get this information out, but then I was like, well, maybe Spirit wants me, or God wants me to see something else. Maybe there's something else connected to this that I'm not really picking up on. They want me to kind of get the whole picture as opposed to the sasaeng network. So I've been wanting to do this reading for a while, so I'm gonna knock it out, and yeah, we're gonna get into it. If you're new here, basically what I had picked up on, or what I've been picking up on in a lot of the K-pop readings, is that I think that there's a paid sasaeng network. I do, I really do. And I don't know if there's any proof of that out there right now. I haven't really taken the time to like do a bunch of deep dives or research on that. So if anyone has any sort of information on that, like if you feel like I'm correct or something, I don't know, let me know. Let me know. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm excited to be back. So yeah. Okay, where do you want us to start, Spirit? Where do you want us to start? It was really weird when I first tried to do this. It was just like everything was just going wrong, and I was like, okay, I have to slow down a little bit. There's something going on here. I'm like, is the lighting okay too? I might have to adjust the lighting when I'm editing this video, because the lighting in my office is kind of dark right now. I got a new light too. Kind of over there in the corner. It's not super bright though. And then the one that was broken, I kind of smacked it a little bit, and now it's working again. Oh, me and technology. Okay. Someone in the comments, girl, I'm so sorry, I can't remember everything that you said, but I was picking up on, I think in the ATs reading or TXT, I can't remember, one of those. I was like, there's some sort of currency here that's like not money. And someone pointed out it could be like sponsorships and other stuff like that. I wrote a note to like dive into that too. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here, and it's being manipulated. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. I haven't even fucking started. Let me get back into it. I've been gone for a couple days. Okay, King of Wands in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse to start. Unhealed Sagittarius energy. If you've been following me for a while, you're on my lives, you've watched my readings, you'll know that unhealed Sagittarius energy is not my favorite. It's not my favorite, and I'm saying this as someone with a Sagittarius stellium. I love Sagittarius energy fucking down. But an unhealed Sagittarius is very, very annoying. They're very much in your face, and they need attention 24/7. It's different than Leo energy. It's different. It's very annoying in my opinion. Leos can kind of like be narcissistic like on their own, but Sagittarius, like unhealed Sagittarius, needs other people to like really be like up their ass telling them how special they are. So it's definitely this is all done out of greed and manipulation and narcissism and intentions that are just like not good. So it's interesting that we're already starting off on like a very manipulative foot. The Page of Cups in the reverse is a creative block. So that to me says there's probably threats here. If you don't comply, we're not going to give you those sponsorships, etc. Just like you guys guessed in the comments. So I definitely feel like you guys are on point with that. The Six of Swords in the reverse is going back to something. Now, the Six of Swords in the upright is moving on to calmer waters. So when it's in the reverse, to me, I'm like, whoa, you sure you want to go back to that? That's like going back to shit that you're really trying hard to run away from. And then the Queen of Swords in the reverse is being overly defensive. Overall, we have the Five of Cups reverse, which is trying to get through disappointment, and the High Priestess, which is trust and intuition. So right off the bat here, we're starting with a lot of aggression. There's a lot of threatening happening here. Like if you don't do this, this will happen or won't happen. There's a lot of defensiveness. There's a lot of fighting. This is really messy, and I know that the beginning of this, I'm kind of messy with my reading. I know it's not everyone's style, so thank you for sticking it out with me. If you guys are still here, you guys tune in every single day. It's messy. It's messy. There's a lot. It's definitely giving in like mystery shows or like crime shows where they have like the board of like and there's a ton of different pictures and there's red string connecting a bunch of pictures. It's definitely giving that. So, but I'm happy that we kind of got the aggression out of the way at the very beginning, because I'm really not for the bullshit. I really don't want to pretend like everything's okay in the K-pop industry, I think we're all kind of tired of pretending that everything's okay when it's not. Let's cut the bullshit. Okay, tell me more about this aggression. What do you want us to know about this? Wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh God. Rejected and wasting time. Okay, the wasting time card definitely relates to this temperance in the reverse. Lots of impatience, lots of trying to rush people. Now, we know in the K-pop industry that these idols don't really get a lot of time off. They're away from their families a lot. Even during training, they're away from their families for a good chunk of time. The rejection is interesting. The rejection feels like it's a part of that threat. Like if you don't comply, you're a piece of shit and you're not gonna make it, and this, that, and the third. I feel like I'm being taken back to the trainee days, to be honest. It feels like they're taking us back in time right now. Yeah, kind of feel like I'm in a time machine. It's giving Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Should we go back in time? Let's do it. Sagittarius and Taurus here. Do you guys have your coffee? Are you eating a meal while watching this? I have my coffee. Okay. I don't know if I introduced myself. If you guys don't know me, my name is Alex. Hello. Hey. Okay. We're back in time. We're in a time machine. Pretend you're in a time machine. Oh, there's the Emperor. When the Emperor pops out, that's how you know we're tapped in when we're talking about K-pop, because that's always like the boss, the big boss. I kind of see like a lot of companies in K-pop as like the Death Star. And like the idols are like the resistance, and like okay, kind of want to get a timing card here too. Look at that. What a spread. What a spread. Look at that Pisces energy there. Dreams, hopes and dreams. All right, we're being taken back to summer. Obviously, I don't know what year. So, I don't know what year. Also, put your theories in the chat. Everything in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I forgot to say that too. I said that at 11:11 on my camera. That is funny. Okay. Taking back to summer. Okay, Nine of Cups, the Emperor, Hierophant reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Lots of really, really positive energy here. We're being taken back to, I'm seeing, I don't want to say this is all trainees, but if my light just flashed, oh God, please don't break again. I'm being taken back to a group of trainees that may have started training in the summer. I don't know who this is, and maybe it'll become obvious throughout the reading. Or summertime is just really significant. And it was a very dreamy time. I mean, the Pisces energy coming out here in the overall is really, really soft and hopeful. Even though the moon is kind of about secrets and things kind of hiding below the surface, it's not always a bad card in my opinion. I mean, even you can see in the imagery here, she's kind of looking up to the moon with a smile on her face, just a very soft smile. Pisces energy is very pretty. It's very soft and it's very delicate, you know. And I would say, you know, if these trainees were children when they started this, then that definitely makes sense here. And the Page of Cups, that's kid energy, so that makes sense. The Nine of Cups and the Emperor, this is someone, you know, a manager, a boss, a CEO, whatever, promising that something is going to happen for them, something really good. The Nine of Cups is a manifestation coming in. It's making something happen. And then the Hierophant in the reverse is kind of like breaking tradition. And I'm not really getting a bad vibe from this. This is kind of like, we're going to do something different. Like, we're going to make you into something that nobody's ever seen before. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning in love and a new beginning in like self-esteem and being able to fill up your own cup. Overall, the Page of Cups is about, it's very flirtatious messages. So I'm not saying that, you know, the CEO is flirting with the trainees. That definitely could be a case, I'm sure, that has happened, which is disgusting to say, but what else is new in the entertainment industry, right? And then we have the moon. The moon, it's kind of giving that wolf in sheep's clothing card, right? It's like, the moon is, she's so supportive. She's emotion, right? But she also asks you to be honest. And with kids are very honest. Kids are very, very honest. It's the adults for the most part that aren't, you know. It's very, I mean, sometimes kids, you know, make shit up, but for the most part, kids are pretty authentic, you know. And when they're being encouraged to be themselves, they're their most authentic. And we definitely get like a wolf in sheep's clothing vibe here. I wonder who this is. I'm kind of like, I'm seeing like a certain year. I'm getting images of like SM trainees, but I don't want to say that it's SM. I think like my subconscious is just kind of like giving me images of like haircuts and like certain outfits to kind of set the time, if that makes sense. So I don't think that it's necessarily just SM. I'm seeing like the skater hair and the skinny jeans, and it's giving like early 2000s. Yeah, an offer, talking shit, moving. Oop. Okay, so we're being brought back to a time where kids are trainees, I should say trainees. Trainees are getting these offers and then they're moving into the dorms. An offer, moving, talking shit. You guys, Spirit is really setting this up for us. They're really telling us like how it works and like they're telling us where it began. I wonder who is coming through today. I don't know if it's God, Spirit, just like as like a whole, or if it's someone in particular. It makes me wonder if this is someone who's passed who's coming through. I don't know. It's interesting. It's really like a step by step. I'm sorry to just like yap, but I'm happy that the first time I tried to record this, it didn't work out because this is better. Okay. So an offer and moving. These are the trainees moving into the dorms. Yeah. Then we have talking shit, same shit, different day. This is them learning, yeah, especially over the moon here. This is them learning that it's not all like unicorns and rainbows. Okay. Summertime also reminds me too. I know like, you guys know I'm super locked into NCT. It reminds me of like Johnny saying that like he would spend his summers, like as a kid, he would spend his summers at SM training. And then, you know, obviously he's from the States, so then he would go back during the year to go to school. So I'm wondering if a lot of trainees were doing that. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, where are you taking us next? It's definitely like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Where are you taking us next? Justice. Ooh, legal stuff. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. You know, there wasn't always a sasaeng network. I'm sure that like even in like the 90s, you know, when the first gen idols started to really pop off, I'm sure that there was some evil CEO out there that hired one or two people to, you know, do some shit. But there wasn't always a network. And I'm really getting that. It's whoever is coming through today is like, it wasn't always like this. But this is why it evolved into what it is. Can I have another timing card? I feel like I'm jumping forward in time by a lot. I don't know why. I'll stop yapping. When you least expect it. 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Not my random throat noises. Okay. 2 weeks. This feels like a couple of years later. Like maybe they're training, they get to know the industry. Okay, Justice, Nine of Swords. This is a legal battle happening here, or something not fair happening. And it's kind of giving like under the table, like something's happening and it really shouldn't be happening. This is illegal. And it's scary. It's a little bit scary with the Nine of Swords here. This is mental health issues. And then we have the Ace of Wands. This is where the currency comes in. So I can't remember if it was the TXT or the AT's reading. I was like, there's some sort of like currency here. So it could be like just straight up money, but it could also be sponsorships. It could be you won't debut if you don't XYZ. It could be something like that. It's an exchange of energy. Ace of Wands is also about passion and career. So it's like, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this? And then we have the Eight of Swords reverse. God, we have both the mental health cards here. The Eight of Swords reverse, which is anxiety, This is extreme anxiety, I think. Overall, 4 of Wands reversed, which is like uprooting some sort of foundation, and then the 7 of Wands, which is defensiveness. I'm kind of seeing, you know how he's kind of like with his stick here, he's like defending all these other people with sticks, kind of getting the vibe of like, I'm gonna build you from the ground up. It's definitely giving like, it's giving abuse. It's definitely giving physical abuse, allegedly. So again, I don't know who this is specifically, if it is anyone specifically, or if it's a company in particular. I don't know. I'm not accusing anyone in particular. But it's definitely giving like, I'm going to build you from the ground up. It's, yeah. 2 weeks is interesting. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that'll become significant later. I'm not afraid to be like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Hopefully it'll make sense at some point. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what that is. Can you elaborate on the justice stuff, or like the 4 of Wands reverse? You know, I was gonna say initiation. Some idols have like an initiation. I don't want to say that it's everyone, but it's some of them. Caught a case is my card for shame. We do have 2 cards here that are, and the Ace of Wands. It's a little bit sexual, I'm not gonna lie. You guys know I don't really like to dive into idols' love lives. That's just not, I don't want to do it. Just because of how sensitive that subject is in the K-pop industry. But this is definitely giving like, I think they're called sponsorships. I was talking about, do you guys see my light flash? Confirmation. We were talking about this in the Cat's Eye reading. I kind of warned Cat's Eye. I was like, allegedly, I feel like some creepy men are going to try to take advantage of you guys. So just be careful. You know, they're young women. They're very pretty, very talented. There's always a man out there who's going to try to see what he can do with that, unfortunately. Even a woman, you know, a really crazy, fucking fucked up woman. This to me looks like there are some idols who had to be initiated in some sort of way. So there's these things called sponsorships, where like really rich people will pay these idols to, you know, go have dinner with them or whatever. Anything beyond that, I don't know. Hopefully fucking not. I wouldn't put it, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, which is really sad to say, but just knowing what we all know about the entertainment industry, and yeah, this feels really gross. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little bit more sexual in nature, so I am sorry if that makes anyone uncomfortable. I won't go too deep into it, but it's there. Whoever's coming through wants to make it very clear, like, oh God, no way. To get the King and Queen of Cups together, one is reversed and one isn't, that's insane. Queen of Cups reversed is very irrational. She's very, she can't listen to her intuition. She can't hear herself. And then the King of Cups is someone who, he can hear himself. I mean, he's very lovey-dovey. He's very in tune with his emotions. The masculine is kind of outweighing the feminine here. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? Part of the initiation process is asking them, like, what are you willing to do? And again, I don't want to say that this is for all idols. I don't know. I don't know if all companies do this, but it's definitely happened. And this could be something that happened a long time ago and it doesn't happen anymore, right? But they kind of ask him, like, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to become the best? It's definitely giving emotional manipulation, and it's confusing. It's confusing because I see them not being able to listen to themselves, but it's confusing because it's like someone's over here telling you all these pretty wonderful things that are going to happen for you, and it feels like it should feel good, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm sorry if this is confusing. I'm not gonna. This is where it's going. So, I don't know what this 2 weeks is. Hopefully, this will make more sense at some point. Okay, so we got them moving in, or some idols moving in. I feel like I'm talking to like someone in particular. Like there's one person, even if they haven't like passed away, it's like their consciousness is coming through or something. It's very, they feel very warm though. This isn't a bad person or anything. This is a very warm person. Okay. Kind of feel like it's a man. I'll tell you guys what I'm getting. Okay. Where do you want to take us next? Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, cool. This is the debut. This is debut. This is, Two of Cups is, it's like a relationship, but the Queen of Pentacles, I'm getting money from that. Money, prioritization, working really hard, multitasking. This is the debut. Okay, yeah. And then like not earning a lot of money. Okay. Making a lot of money, but not being able to take any of it home, I guess I should say. What else is new in K-pop, right? Okay, Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups reverse, and the Nine of Wands reverse. Overall, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like whoever is here, I feel like I could talk to them all day long. I really do. Oh my God, I'm like getting chills. Okay. Okay, Seven of Cups in the reverse is overwhelmed. Nine of Wands reverse is not wanting to fight for something. This is needing to let something go or wanting to save more money too. It's like I'm getting both of, oh my God. I'm getting both of those. It's like needing to hold on to your money, but you can't. Yeah. There we go. Needing to hold on to your money, but you can't. And then the Ace of Pentacles reverse is like missed opportunities, and your money's kind of, this is their money being taken from them. Yeah. This is like the typical debt stuff that we hear about, you know, like the idols, the company invests X amount of money in the idols, and then they work for 2 years until that debt is paid off, and then they finally start making money or whatever. That's what this is. Okay. I wonder when they're going to start talking about like the I bet you anything like the last little bit of the reading is going to be finally like this is how the paid saucing network kind of comes in. Travel, touring, stuff. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, travel, stalker, jackpot. So I think a lot of people who worked in the industry, not necessarily the idols, but whoever manages them, takes care of them, whatever, started to realize that there was a lot of money in the unhinged fans specifically. And they realized it specifically when it came to traveling. So think of like them being stalked at the airport and, you know, being knocked over at the airport, etc. Buying plane tickets, trying to pay, you know, the staff for information for hotels and stuff like that. They realized something clicked in some of their brains, like, okay, we can make a lot of money off of these people. So not only can we make a lot of money off of these people because they're going to buy every single album and they're going to, you know, do what they need to do to get access to these people. They're going to buy all the merch, etc., whatever. But they're vulnerable. These are vulnerable people. These are, You know, I don't like sasaengs and I will never defend them ever, but I will say these are obviously very mentally ill people, very lonely people, and people who very clearly need help, which puts them in a very vulnerable position to be easily manipulated. So even narcissists, I mean, narcissists are very, I would say that they're very like strong-willed people, but they're some of the weakest people you'll ever meet. And if you've ever dealt with a narcissist, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, just one little thing can set them off, like how it's very weak, right? Yeah, so these are some of the weakest people. They kind of just bend to the will. It's weird, right? Because the idols have to bend to the will of the sasaengs, but the sasaengs are bending to the will of whoever's paying them. But it's almost like they don't realize. It's like this weird vicious cycle. Interesting. Okay, so now we're traveling and now we're realizing, I still don't really know what year it is. We kind of started in the early 2000s. I don't know what year it is. Maybe we're still in the early 2000s. I don't know. Especially with 2 weeks. Maybe they're just like, it's not a lot later. It's just a couple weeks, you know, maybe into debut or something. Okay, cool. So now we understand where the sasaengs come in. All right, where are we going next? It's funny that the Page of Swords hasn't come out yet. So we're definitely before like the social media boom. This is probably one of my favorite readings I've done so far. This is very interesting. I might have to do a part 2, to be honest, because this is going to be a long one. Or I guess a part 3, technically. Maybe I'll name this something different. Maybe it won't be K-pop predictions. It'll be something different. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what I do. All right, where are we now? We have the King of Wands, the Two of Cups reverse, Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords reverse. Okay, this is like manipulating with sex. I'm not saying that the idols are being pimped out. That's not what I'm saying. But this is when people start to get creepy. This is when people are breaking into houses and like trying to get into bed with them, right? That kind of stuff. Violating boundaries, and it feels very sexual. Overall is the Three of Swords reverse and the Death reverse. I'm sorry if you can hear my light. Like I said, it's kind of broken. It emits this sound. It's like ee. The Three of Swords in the reverse is what am I getting from that? Healing? No, this is separation. Okay, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Death is not wanting to change. This is keeping the idols single. This is okay, we all know that the idols secretly date. Like, we know that. We know that. But this is where we start to get into, we need to keep the idols single. Okay. The King of Wands is someone who's very attractive and very charismatic. So this is definitely them like being like, oh yeah, I'm in my early 20s. Let's date, obviously. Duh. And then the Two of Cups reverse is like, oh, I can't. This is like a lot of breakups. There's something missing in between here. There's a story here. Anyway, the Ace of Wands is passion. That's kind of where I'm getting like the sex energy, the more physical stuff. And then Seven of Swords, that's sabotage. The Three of Swords coming out over the Two of Cups. This is third party energy too, like people getting in the way. And then this is not wanting to change or transform. Yeah, this is sabotage by sabotaging relationships. Okay. at some point in the early 2000s, it became a thing to pay certain sasaengs or certain fans to almost like, I'm missing something, because obviously they're being paid with Inside Scoop and Marrying for money. I'm missing something. What am I missing? There's something in particular that happened that made it like, okay, yeah, we're gonna start paying these people. Moon Reverse Secrets. Okay. So it started out as them being paid for secrets, because like the companies knew. I feel like that, like, this sounds all very obvious, but I don't know. Whoever I'm talking to is like really trying to like set the stage, you know? So I hope that comes through for everyone. I hope that like makes sense. This is secrets. So this is the companies realizing that they can make a lot of money off of obtaining secrets. I think the idols, well, I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of like you don't tell your parents everything, right? So the idols were hiding what they were doing behind the scenes, not necessarily to be malicious. It's just kind of like, that's none of your business. I come to work, I clock in, I go home, and I have my personal life. But yeah, I think that they realized that these, crazy fans have information on them that, that they don't have. And so that's when they started paying them for secrets. There was probably one or two idols that were up to some shit and they just wanted to know and they weren't being honest about it, right? Maybe the companies confronted them, had some sort of meeting, and it just, I don't know. I'm just like pulling shit out of my ass. But like, this is definitely like being paid for secrets and realizing that there's a lot of money in secrets. So the Page of Pentacles in the reverse is like, it's realizing that they can't really like network or like befriend. It's the companies realizing they can't like befriend the idols in the way that they would like to. I've said this in many of my readings before. A lot of the idols, they have staff members that they view as family and as friends. Of course they do. Of course they do. Of course there's always going to be coworkers that you love. But there's people in particular that they won't open up to. And I think that like those people are realizing like, oh, I'm never going to have access to these people in the ways that I would like to. So let's find a way around that. And then the Four of Wands reverse is kind of like uprooting some sort of foundation. So this is when it became, this is where the blackmail kind of comes in, I think. Okay, Pisces energy here. Okay. The Inside Scoop card is crazy for coming out. Scorpio energy too. Lots of water energy here today, huh? Alright, where are you taking us next? This might have to be a two-parter. Oop. Might have to be a two-parter. Okay, for some reason I feel like we're in present day. I'm just gonna go with my gut. Justice reverse. Yeah, we're in present day. We're missing a huge chunk, but I'm hearing like it's okay. You don't like, it's just a bunch of filler episodes. It's like what I'm hearing. It's like filler. Like I'm seeing One Piece. Seeing One Piece. That makes sense because One Piece is like super. There's like a bajillion seasons of it, right? So much has happened and it's all technically important, but you can also watch the show without watching all the filler episodes. Okay. Queen of Wands reversed and the Ace of Swords reversed. This is a liar. Okay, yeah, we're in present day. We're in present day. I can feel it. I can feel it. Hierophant reversed. Rebellion, breaking tradition, the Tower, it's about to crumble. Eight of Pentacles reversed, laziness. There's a crack in the foundation here. Overall justice reversed in the Two of Pentacles. This is the universe trying to correct whatever is going on here. Uh-oh. This is the balance being restored. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, these two are like really, these two are very connected. This rebellion and this justice reverse, like it can't keep going on like this. This is Jenga. This is Jenga. Okay. Oh wow, on the bottom of the deck here, the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah. Things are about to start coming out of the woodwork. Okay, what about this spread is super important? We have the lying. We have the universe kind of rebalancing itself. There's a crack in the foundation here. Girl fight, drama starter. Oh, impersonator. You know how I said there's a crack in the foundation? Okay, I'm gonna make a really, really crazy prediction. I'm gonna say something very crazy. There's someone here in like the sasaeng network that isn't really a sasaeng. Uh-oh, the girls are fighting. There's someone here, I don't want to out them because obviously if they're doing investigative work, you know, there's definitely someone here though who is not like the others. What's that game that's really popular with kids, like Among Us? I think that I think that that's I don't know. I'm in my 30s. Leave me alone. Girl fight, jealous, arguments, physical fights, drama starter, stirs the pot, always in the middle, loves chaos, impersonator. Yeah. Someone's about to blow the lid off of this, whatever this is. It feels like it's a part of a lawsuit with the Justice and the Hierophant. It feels like it's a part of a lawsuit. I kind of want a different deck. This is a long one, guys. I hope you guys have a meal. This is a part of law. This may not happen for another 2-3 years, 4 or 5 years, you know? But I'm an Aquarius. You guys know I'm an Aquarius. I say shit and then no one believes me. And then 5 years later. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I'm going to make a really, really crazy connection right now. It's crazy, but not crazy. This is related to like Epstein and all that stuff. Yup. Message, child, and mature man. This is related to Epstein. Yeah. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, I just heard bingo. I wonder who I'm talking to. There's a lot happening behind the scenes here, guys. I know all of us are desperate for those files to come out. They will. They will. There's a lot happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of. Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. This is travel and fighting for something. There's like a secret army happening here. It's like a secret, you know, I was talking about Star Wars, you know, at the beginning of this. It's giving rebellion. It's happening. It's happening. Even if you can't see it, it's happening. Yeah, this is a rebellion. Keep supporting your favorite groups. Keep supporting your favorite idols, okay? Make sure that you are supporting them if they take breaks. Make sure you're supporting them if they, you know, are in relationships, or if it's revealed that they're in relationships. Make sure you're supporting them if they don't want to be in the industry at all. They're gonna need it. They're gonna need this. There's a really big lawsuit coming, like a really, really, really big scandal lawsuit coming. I know it's kind of rumored right now in Korea too that there's something big must be happening, right? There's been a lot of like scandals that have come out, and it's like whenever Korea has a bunch of like random little scandals, it's because they're trying to cover up something. They do that everywhere. I mean, like I feel like the United States is pretty famous for that. So, you know, I can only really speak for the US, but there's something really, really big coming. If you want me to like pull on that, let me know. I would love to do it. Whoever came through today, I'm like, they're very, very warm. I want to know who this is so bad. Like, who is this? I don't know. Let me pull some like, I don't even know like what deck I would use. Being called towards this tarot deck. I'll give some like descriptions, then maybe you guys can help me out. I don't know who this is. Can I have some descriptions of who you are? Two of Swords. Oh my God. Very, very young. Heartbreak, separation. This is someone who left the industry at a pretty young age. I can't tell if they passed away. I feel like they did. I feel like they passed away. This is child. It's almost like they hadn't really been working for very long in the industry, and I think they passed away. I think this is someone who passed away. I hate to say that, but I think it is. This is a separation. This is heartbreak. Is there anything you'd like us to know before we head out? Thank you for coming through today. Five of Swords, Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords reverse. Five of Pentacles, abandonment. This is someone who had really bad mental health issues. This is someone who tried. They tried. They want to let you guys, I don't know who this is. They want to let you know that they tried. They tried to get better and they couldn't. They tried. Like they tried to have fun. They tried to focus on the good, and it just like the darkness just kind of took over. You know, it happens. It happens. The Five of Swords is going, they felt very isolated and alone. Yeah, definitely. The Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. Can I get some like physical descriptions? Five of Wands, Seven of Cups. Very attractive, very, very cute. Very attractive Seven of Cups. A lot of people had a crush on them. A lot of people, they were very loved by a lot of people. A lot of people had their eyes on them. They were very emotional too. Like I think they were known for being very sweet. The Five of Wands, a lot of people fought over them. There was a lot of conflict surrounding their existence. Like they were severely bullied. Yeah, I feel like you can say that for every idol who's like passed away, but at the same time, like they're pointing that out. I'm kind of getting like this person was a lot more emotional. They were either a water or fire sign. They could be both. They definitely presented as like water and fire, which is a very interesting combo. They kind of butt heads a little bit, right? I keep hearing like, why can't you understand me? Why don't you understand me? Why don't you understand me? They felt very misunderstood by the people who once like really supported them. So I don't know what happened. I kind of have someone in mind, but I don't want to say it because I just like, I don't want to be disrespectful. But if you guys are thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, you know, we can discuss it in the comments. I think I know who it is. Yeah, okay. Taurus, Libra, and Scorpio. It feels like a man coming through. It feels like a man. It could be a woman. Maybe it's just like a woman in their masculine energy or something like that. I don't know. that's what I have for you guys. This was a long one. I hope you guys sat down with a snack or a meal. Let me know what you guys think. There's definitely 2 or 3 more parts we could do with this because they have a lot more to say. So if you'd like me to tap back into whoever this is, I feel like they are totally open. Yeah, they're like, I'm an open book. I think this person also is very intelligent. Like they like to read. They may have had like a degree, like an education possibly. Yeah, interesting. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. Definitely go check out my other K-pop readings. Again, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in the last couple days. I've just been sick. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I just whoever's coming through, like there's such a warm energy. It just feels really good. It feels very protective. That's why I feel like it's a man too. I mean, women are very protective, obviously, but like you know how like a true man is like they're like a protector. Like that's how I feel. I definitely feel like this person looks over the other idols that they like trained with or something, or maybe they're group members. So interesting. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Bye.